because I have worked with all the topmost actors in the country. So when you see through a frame, you know some magic is happening. That I found in the second day of shooting with Ramcharan.
So don't you think Rangasthalam is a bit slow you haven't suggested Sukumar that the length of the movie should be shorter or this kind of discussion happened?
Yeah, it happened. In fact, I was suggesting a 10-15 minutes cut in the movie. We fight. Even I used to fight with Suku. Suku is not right. Suddenly night 11 o'clock, I'll call Suku that tomorrow that scene, no, that in the grass we have one scene, no, we shouldn't talk about it.
సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు రంగస్థలం లాంటి ఒక సినిమా చేసినందుకు సైరా లాంటి పీరియడ్ ఫిల్మ్ చేయడం మీకు ఈజీ అనిపిస్తుందా? హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్?
ఈజీ కాదు, చాలా డిఫికల్ట్ బికాస్ రంగస్థలం హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ 80s. We are shooting a movie in 1820s. Sanjeev Sarkar, it's a lifetime film. It's a fantastic script. But as a cinematographer also, it's very challenging to work on a project like this, and it's interesting. That only attracted me to the project. Something excitement.
And Saira is a larger than life movie, and definitely.
This movie, as you told, it's on big, huge crowd, British warriors, war, massive. Now we completed a massive action sequence with Chiranjeevi garu.
You have done for Kaidi number 150, and now you're doing for also Saira. So what difference you are finding in Chiranjeevi garu, and so when compared to his previous movies a decade back and now, how is his energy?
Kaidi was totally a young present day film. This movie, to put this attire, the get-up, he immediately transforms into a warrior.
So how is it working with father and son?
I told Ramcharan is a one-take artist. He is very spontaneous. What do you say, when you give a scene, the old school discipline is there. Even this film, I got stunned by him because we were filming an action sequence. The call time was 6:45. We were supposed to crank the shot.
Coming back to Rangasthalam, మీ సినిమాటోగ్రఫీ ఎంత బ్యూటీని యాడ్ చేస్తే అండ్ మ్యూజిక్ అంత కాంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తుంది. సో హౌ డు యూ ఫీల్ ద కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ దేవిశ్రీ ప్రసాద్ మ్యూజిక్ అండ్ రత్నవేల్ డిఓపి?
We are self-critic. We say, what have we done? Let's do something different. So that's how this movie also happened.
What is that one unique thing in Mahesh Babu?
Mahesh Babu is the coolest hero, I feel. Most handsome hero in Telugu industry or South India. Allu Arjun, I worked only one movie. He's a live wire.
Do you think films hit or success also matters when it comes to recognition and name?
Rangasthalam became a critical work and it's a blockbuster hit. So the respect and the reach is something else. Just by seeing that song or the first schedule, he started jumping, raving and calling and talking about 1 hour about that song.
తమిళనాట సూపర్ డూపర్ సినిమాటోగ్రాఫర్, ఫేమస్ సినిమాటోగ్రాఫర్. ఇప్పుడు తెలుగు సినిమాల్లో కూడా, ఇప్పుడే కాదు చాలా కాలం నుంచి తెలుగు సినిమాల్లో ఆయన వర్క్ చేశారు అంటే ఓహో పెద్ద సినిమానా, మంచి సినిమానా అని సినిమాటోగ్రాఫర్ వల్ల కూడా ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ పెంచేస్తున్న సినిమాటోగ్రాఫర్ రాండీ అలియాస్ రత్నవేలు గారు ఇవాళ మనతో ఉన్నారు. మాట్లాడదాం. హలో సార్.
Hello Kajal.
ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ అన్ అమేజింగ్ వర్క్. సో మీ పేరు ఉంటే చాలు, అది చాలా పెద్ద సినిమా, ఓకే మంచి సినిమా అని మీ పేరు వల్ల కూడా ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ పెరిగిపోతున్నాయి ఆ సినిమా పైన. సో అంత పెద్ద రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ అండ్ అంత పెద్ద నేమ్ రావడం మీకు ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది?
It's really a pleasure to have this name, but every film, after one success, you need to completely deliver a better quality in next movie. That pressure is constantly there. Not only me, any actor or director. Being a cinematographer, when you deliver a good quality, say Neno Kodne delivered. So next film also the pressure is there. You need to, people expect something more from you. So you constantly need to upgrade yourself, think and get a best script to deliver your quality.
What attracts you and what makes you to say yes to a film? Is it the production house or director or script, what?
It's basically a script. The script has to be impressive, and then the director. That's very important. That's the thing which really brings your work out. Like say for this movie, Rangasthalam, I haven't done a village movie. A full-fledged village movie, it's more interesting for me. I try to show a village in a very different way, very raw, rustic, uncanny feel. So you need a basic script which really you can portray your talent.
సో ఒక తమిళియన్ అయి ఉండి ఒక తెలుగు ఫిల్మ్ దట్టు 1985లో ఎలా ఉంటుందో, సో ఇంత మంచిగా ఎట్లా చేయగలిగారు? హౌ డిడ్ యూ డూ అండ్ వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రీసెర్చ్ యూ హ్యావ్ డన్?
ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో ఫ్రమ్ సౌత్ ఇండియా, సో తమిళ్ అండ్ తెలుగు అంత డిస్టెన్స్ కాదు, ఇట్స్ వెరీ క్లోజ్ బై ఓన్లీ. And I wanted to show the scent of the soil, which Suku's script was so interesting. I always get deep into the script. Any movie when they narrate the story, I try to go very much deep into it. This movie needed culture. Initially when we are doing Recce in a lot of places, finally I thought the Godavari is the best place because it's got more culture. And moreover, Matti Vasana, that cow dung feel, the village ladies, everybody having the possible, those things were very, we wanted to bring that very nicely. And how different can I take this script visually? That was a challenge initially, because we've been seeing villages with beautiful paddy field and mountains and beautiful river. Whenever I go to a place, I try to see what is the best out of it. Like when I shot Robo Machu Picchu, the tall structures, the verticals were interesting. This place, when you're shooting Godavari, the horizontals are interesting, the patterns which create are interesting, and the land form, these things are interesting. That we tried to incorporate into the script. Instead of going for a conventional green and beautiful feel, I wanted to make it brown, raw, rustic, because it's about a village which got some problem. So that, and another challenge was, it's not just shooting raw and making it dirty like a documentary feel. I wanted to give the rustic beauty. Even when you see a Samantha close, she looks so gorgeous. Or you see a Charan, anybody, the fields in the morning, the corns, all that. So that's what.
And I have to tell you this because some actors look very, very beautiful in some cinematographers' work, and some artists will not be able to look so beautifully and gorgeous. How do you do that?
Most of the actors who work in my film, they say I'm looking at my best. Even this movie, Samantha, when after the final dubbing, she told me, "Sir, I took my best." So everybody is saying looking pretty and gorgeous. That's a compliment from the actor. And see, thing is, I study the face. All my movies, I do a test shoot of the actors before the principal shooting starts. Be it anybody like Rajni sir, or Chiranjeevi sir, or Charan, or Mahesh Garu, or whoever it is, I do a test shoot to study their face. So light up. You say when I light up a frame, I create a mood, but at the same time, I try to show artists in their best.
సో ఇందులో డైరెక్టర్ పాత్ర ఎంత ఉంటుంది అంటే ఆర్టిస్ట్ బ్యూటిఫుల్గా కనిపించడంలో?
No, director is the person who's writing your character, how the character is behaving, all those things. But beauty, when it comes, only I know the angle in which the actor look nice. Does he has a long nose, or the eyes very deep inside, so expression not coming out, or got a very bad jaw, or a head, or whatever, no, this shape and all. Over the years of experience, I study and try to make them look the best.
Okay, now study my face and tell me which angle I look better.
You're not doing a movie, so I won't tell you.
Oh my god. So it's like a dream.
It's basically an art. See, I'll tell you, cinematographers are not just technicians. It's basically an artist. With like a paintbrush, we just use a camera and lights to make you look good.
So now these days you're giving so many interviews, and camera persons are telling you to sit in the right angle, left angle, turn this side and turn that side. So how are you feeling being a camera person, being a cinematographer?
I used to be very shy in the beginning days, but off late, no, conversing with people, now the shyness is gone probably. I know it's very tough, and people say turn to left, put your chin down, all this. Then I remember myself, Sam, put your chin down, look with all those things when you tell, no?
Flash.
Yeah.
So you have worked with so many superstars and so many big movies. So it's been 2 decades that you have started working as a cinematographer. So looking back, what do you feel and where the journey has started and how is it now?
Like this is my 21st year as a DOP. It's a very long travel, and I don't know, I thought I'm only 5 years old in the industry. Suddenly turning back, it's 21 years. No, it's really a fantastic travel. I learned a lot of things from the industry, and thing is, since I'm very passionate about movies, this journey is very fruitful. Even after 21st years, I'm doing a movie called Saira, which is one of the biggest movie in Telugu, and done a movie called Rangasam. These are like the kind of hard work you put, by God's grace and everything, the dedication or whatever you put for the movie is only brought me to this level. And I really enjoy the process, being a creator. Cinematographer, I mean, this being a cinematographer itself is a pleasure for me, because it's so much creative. The previous night you think something, the next day morning you are able to achieve the dream. And a director writes a script, you are able to bring his dream to reality. Visual narrator job. So I feel very happy in doing the job.
So in coming back to Rangasthalam, మీ cinematography ఎంత బ్యూటీని యాడ్ చేస్తే అండ్ మ్యూజిక్ అంత కాంప్లిమెంట్ చేసింది. సో హౌ డు యూ ఫీల్ ద కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ దేవిశ్రీ ప్రసాద్ మ్యూజిక్ అండ్ రత్నవేల్ డిఓపి?
Ayo, I love Devi's music. He is awesome. He's a fantastic person. Any one, the movie we shot Enta Sakagona in the beginning of the movie, just by seeing that song or the first schedule, he started jumping, raving and calling and talking about 1 hour about that song. This happened last year before the movie got, initial stage itself. So that's the rapport. Even whenever Devi composes a good music, I call and talk to him. The mutual respect, not only on a friendship basis, it's on the work. He's a brilliant music composer, music director. So I like his work and he likes my work. That's how we compliment. And then whenever Sukku, me and Devi, when we join together, we try to do something different. We are self-critic. We say, what have we done? Let's do something different. So that's how this movie also happened. Why should we shoot a movie in 2017? Why can't we take the village movie in 80s? These things came within us. Then the journey started. Even I told you, like when we thought of shooting a village, I didn't want to shoot the regular village. Wanted to give the rustic beauty. So Godavari was shown in a different light altogether. That worked very well for the movie. A couple of days, even Mahesh, he called me and he was appreciating in detail about it. So that you have put some effort to it, that's been appreciated so well. One good thing is, it's not only technical people or educated people, even the low end people, they saw in villages, they called and appreciated the visual. So I'm very happy it reached everybody. It's very difficult to cater all 3 sectors, but I think I reached it.
You have done Endiran, Linga, and Nenokkadane, and you have also done movies like Kumari 21F. So is it a conscious effort to have a mixture of both, or?
No, it's a conscious effort only, to take the pressure out of you, and then moreover in smaller films you will be able to do more creative process. That's the idea. I did Robot, which is one of the biggest movie in the country. After that movie, I had some 10-12 offers, big offers. I put down everything. I did a movie called Haridas. It's about a autism boy and his father is an encounter cop. So the basic content itself is more into about autism and all these things. That was interesting for me. So I stripped down all my lights. Robo had hundreds of lights and set and massive setup. I threw everything, just starting with minimal thing and tried to give that feel for the movie. Similarly, after doing a very big budget, 125 crores budget Linga, I did Kumari 21F. So whatever you like to do, you can do in that movie.
As you have also said that Sukku, Devisri and Ratnavelu is a super hit combination. What kind of bond you guys share, and how is it working with the Sukku and Devisri every time?
No, that's what one thing is, we don't get satisfied, all 3 of us. Like I told you, we have done a fantastic movie. We say, what super movie we did? Let us do something big. That is the idea which we 3 share. And we try to do something different. We respect each other. That's more, and relationship is more important, especially a director cinematographer, a director music director, a director cameraman. All this relationship is very important. It's not just for one project. During the project, smiling face and shooting, that doesn't make sense. We fight. Even I used to fight with Suku. Suku, this is not right. Suku will come and say, brother, no, brother, this need try to convince. It's like that. The relationship is very good, and our discussion doesn't stop in the shooting. Suddenly, night 11 o'clock, I'll call Suku that tomorrow that scene, no, that in the grass we have one scene, no, what is that thing you're trying to say? 11 o'clock, I'll say. Suddenly in the morning, brother, I got another version. He'll say. That is the thing you have.
So suggestions are always welcome.
Always welcome. Even they will suggest something. It's all like.
So do you read reviews and do you think cinematographers get the right due from critics?
Probably lesser. I feel it's less because they see the movie overall. Only few reviews they are able to go deep and analyze things. But considering the most of the people, they go on a superficial, on an outer line, they think cinematography is good or okay, but they're not able to go deep into it. Probably because they're getting carried by writing about actors or directors. That's the thing. Sometimes you feel for that.
Do you think audience know the value of a cinematographer or cinematography?
No, that's also 50-50. Some people like it. I mean, like it in the sense they understand. See, this is 20 years of my hard work and my experience, how I have seen life, what is the perspective I wanted to give to the audience. That reaches only not everybody 100%.
So what do you think audience or critics, they have to, I mean, there's the equal importance of a cinematographer when compared to a music director?
No, that's gaining now. Of late, it's gaining. Like after doing this Arya time itself, I got a very good name in Telugu industry. Everybody told it's a fresh air cinematography. But I think I did a better job in Nenu because every frame was very much into the script and very stylish, rock star, and everything psychological approach was there. And even now when I go in anywhere, an airport or anywhere complex, people come and say, sir, what a cinematography. So that's the happiness you get. But some movie you ought to put much more effort and where people don't know. That's the thing.
Do you think films hit or success also matters when it comes to recognition and name?
Yeah, success is very important. Like I told you, one, people are appreciating, okay. But if the movie had ran for 100 days, everybody would have appreciated. The amount of respect is something else. Rangasthalam became a critical work and it's a blockbuster hit. So the respect and the reach is something else. Only when the movie becomes a hit, your reach is multiplied. Even an actor or a director, that is there. And cinematographers are the people maybe, I mean, less known to people. Now it's off late, audience are liking it and they are appreciating, press is writing it.
You have worked with Mahesh Babu for Vanne Nokkane and also Brahmotsavam. But when compared to Vanne Nokkane, both the films were not, I mean, as we have expected so much, but they were not blockbuster hits.
Yeah.
So Brahmotsavam was also another disaster. So what do you think when movie bombards so much and when the movie is not so hit?
No, it's painful to when a movie goes for a disaster, it's really painful because so much of effort you would have put for the movie. When it fails, it really hurts you. But then you should understand there is some flaw in the film. You shouldn't blame the audience. Some flaw. If you take one Nenu Kodane, it's a brilliant script. But there were some flaws. That's the reason movie didn't well. Even now, every critic is saying brilliant screenplay by Suku. Mahesh Garu's performance is fantastic. Ratnavelu's cinematography is top notch and taken to Hollywood level, they're saying. But yet, it failed. The reason there's some flaw in the film. That's the reason it didn't do well. Brahmotsavam similarly. I found the screenplay, Srikanth Adala's, the basic theme was very good. Naluguru Undali, all those feel, family is nice thing. Probably he should have taken more time for screenplay, much more better screenplay and proper narrative would have made the movie like what of the previous movie. So Rangasthalam also, the narration, everything was very straightforward and very clear. Audience understood. That's the reason it reached the audience. We shouldn't blame the audience for our mistake.
So don't you think Rangasthalam is a bit slow and the duration of the film is a bit longer, and you haven't suggested, Sukumar, that the length of the movie should be shorter, or this kind of discussion happened?
Yeah, it happened. In fact, I was suggesting a 10-15 minutes cut in the movie, but Suku was very confident. The reason is he wanted to convey all the, what do you say, characterization, the village establishment, the relationship, pain, agony, everything he wanted to convey. But people are watching, no, 3 hours movie, people are, especially when the movie is slow, second half people start screaming, eating popcorn. This is silent, pin drop silence is there in this theater, and I enjoy the movie. So, no, we shouldn't talk about it.
So, what do you think when compared to past, now that there are so many technology development, VFX and digital intermediation, so how do you keep you updated always?
I constantly read. Even after a tiring day shoot, I go sit for half an hour daily. That is only relaxing for me. Like whole day you are engrossed in the script and shooting process. When you go to a room, just have a shower and then open your laptop, go through the forums or whatever you read. That only really, or reading an American cinematographer magazine, that gives you really pleasure, and you learn what are the current technologies in the industry, and you try to implement. So this movie also, what happened, the previous movie I was using an Alexa S60 camera. Rangasthalam, I tried to give a raw look by shooting in summer conditions, in a harsh lighting conditions. So I wanted a camera with more dynamic range. So that time this red helium 8K camera came into market just then. Immediately I was a person to use it in my movie. So that's how you read, you immediately implement, or the lighting scheme or whatever.
When compared to your first movie and the latest movie, what do you think the cinematographer's work has become easier or difficult?
It's become much more easier, I feel, because of digital growth in the digital format, especially your shooting format, from your cameras to post-production house to VFX, everything is grown tenfold, sir. So it's a boon for the industry, I feel. But one way I feel the discipline also is going. When we used to shoot, in my beginning period, I used to shoot with a movie camera and a monitor. Sorry, no monitor, without any monitor we used to shoot. So everything you need to freeze it. So much of effort from an actor or lighting or everything has been frozen in that shot just through your viewfinder. So you hold more responsibility. So you are constantly aware, you need to be concentrating on the frame. But now the big box is there, everybody sits next to it. So that thing, magic is gone. And daily whenever the shoot gets over, we used to take the negative to the lab, process it, see the rushes, what is it, that's now that is gone. You are seeing it here and the kick is gone. Even when I came to shoot Arya here, immediately before I could see, without my knowledge, producers, Dilraj Garu, Arvind Garu, the first day, first rushes, they went to the lab, wow, they said congratulations. I didn't know what they saw, and they said congratulations, looking awesome and looking beautiful. So that's the kick we get out of thing. And the discipline wise, see, we come from a old school, that zone system, Anson Adams theory and all we used to apply to shoot a frame. How much burnout should be in a frame, how much skin tone you want, how much darkness should be in a frame, all those things we manipulate and work. Now a lot of things, like after digital intervention, you are able to manipulate, okay, this is enough for me, rest I'll go and do in DI. Advantage is there. That discipline is going a little bit, but technically it's really helpful for us. See, even Rangasthalam, many places when we are shooting, there were dish antennas in the background or towers or building, we are able to easily remove it off. Don't bother about it, just concentrate only on your area where you are shooting. So it's a boon. I mean, the growth of digital thing is really helpful for the technician, cinematographer, the film industry. It's really a boon. Every day the growth is immense. Only thing, constant updation is important for any technician or director.
Where do you feel most comfortable, or where do you enjoy most working in real locations or in sets?
More than real location, I love to work in sets. Sets in sense, not like I'm talking about making a song or something. Even it could be a real space. When you shoot in an interior, the cameraman is able to give his, my strength is lighting, I feel. So light gives the emotion or character or anything for an actor. This movie, when you see Jagadevaru's face, I used a nice hard light to elevate his character, or when he's sitting under I tried to bring a bulb hard source for him. Those things, even one, if you Mahesh Gar's film, if you see one, light plays a major role in defining your character. Whereas in outdoor, you are restricted. You can get beautiful images, but when the real test happens only when you are shooting an indoor or a studio work. I'm not talking about massive sets and all. I'm talking about indoor. It's much more challenging and more interesting for a cinematographer. Outdoor capture is fine. You can.
So how about Rangasthalam? It was also shot in Rajahmundry real locations and also in Jubilee Hills sets. So which was more comfortable and which one you enjoyed the most?
No, see, as a cinematographer, I enjoy nature. This movie Rangasthalam is all about Godavari background. So more nature was more going with the script. And you're talking about people in the village. So village is, behind the village, it's only river and all those things. That is very important for this film. I can't just go indoor and shoot. I loved shooting in real location in Godavari. But for practical purpose, originally we had planned 60% in Godavari, 40% in the set. Set in a sense, it's not a set. It's basically hero house, villain's house, heroine house, and some streets we have planned in Jubilee Hills. The Jubilee Hills location also we selected, reason was we had a big boulders and rocks and mountains inside this location and lots of trees, vegetation was there. When you go put a set in this kind of vegetation, automatically looks more real, and it's better than going to some film city or some open land. You put a set, it looks like a set. One. Number two, while the set was erected, myself and Ramakrishna, he is a talented art director. He and his wife Monica, very good, talented people. But over the years of my experience, I was trying to give certain ideas which were making it more real. Say for example, which place the house should be there, what kind of light should hit the building. See, when you have a set like this, when the light directly falls, the small blemishes in the set make it like a set. So if the light comes from a side or from back, you conceal your defects and it looks more real. So choosing the right angle of light to put a set is more important. So when they are marking the set, where to put the set, even I was there in the set, and so that the angle of light was played a major role. That also cinematographer choose. And shooting interiors, I was trying to keep it more real. The reason is it's easy to put some lights in the ceiling and light up, but it looks plastic. So getting lights through window, or we had constructed a Mandu house kind of skylight. I particularly wanted that to bring skylight into the house. That will look more real, because these kind of village houses, only the skylight will fill the morning time. They don't put tube lights or something in the house. So those things made it more real. And he had sourced a lot of nice properties. Properties in the sense, small table, chair, old items and all he had put into the house. So that made more real, and the lighting also made it more real to complement it.
So when you're talking and when you're telling me all these terms, I think the upcoming or future DOP cinematographers will be very interested to learn from you. So are you planning any school or something like that?
Not really, but every day, every year I take 2 guys, train them and send them. Now 11 of my assistants have become DOPs.
Wow.
And out of them 3 or 4 have become leading. So that's a nice field. You're imparting knowledge to somebody and they're learning. And most of the time I take assistants only from film school or visual communication, so that now the technology has grown so much, so you can't suddenly take a layman, keep him as assistant, and to understand difficult. Even for him to grow, he'll get lost in the race. So that's the reason I take people who have basic knowledge, teach them, send them out.
Okay, now if for suppose if our India Glitz viewers, some of upcoming DOPs, they want to work with you, so how do they approach you?
Basically they want to put a mail or put a, WhatsApp or whatever they need to approach, and then bring the resume, contact me. But as such, the problem I'll tell you, which is prevailing in industry, when we used to study, there were only 2 institutes, Pune and Chennai. Now everywhere there are 10-15 film school or industry, 10,000, 20,000 people are coming every year. So the competition is too much. Every month I get 300 applications.
Oh.
To become an assistant cinematographer, 300 applications a month is coming to me. So it's insane. So it's very difficult. I know a lot of colleges for money, they are increasing number of seats and giving. That's not a good trend, I feel. So right now the engineering also is losing the sheen. So likewise they should reduce the number of film schools and bring quality products. So if the industry is flooded with more people, then what's the plight? No? There will be only 5-6 leading cinematographers. 300 people go and attack him. So that's the same thing I'm facing. I have a very good gaffer and assistants. I have 3 guys is enough. Now I have 6 guys. So to help somebody we are trying to do, it's very difficult for us also.
సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు రంగస్థలం లాంటి ఒక సినిమా చేసినందుకు సైరా లాంటి పీరియడ్ ఫిల్మ్ చేయడం మీకు ఈజీ అనిపిస్తుందా? హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్?
ఈజీ కాదు, చాలా డిఫికల్ట్. బికాస్ రంగస్థలం హ్యాపన్స్ ఇన్ 80s. వీఆర్ షూటింగ్ అ మూవీ ఇన్ 1820s.
ఇంకా వెనక్కి
ఇంకా ప్లస్ పెద్దది. యూఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ కింగ్స్, యూఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ బ్రిటిష్ ఆర్మీ. It's a very nice script and it's a lifetime film for all of us. Chiranjeev Sarki, it's a lifetime film. It's a fantastic script and he's really doing it great and everybody are very thrilled to work on this project. But as a cinematographer also, it's very challenging to work on a project like this, and it's interesting. That only attracted me to the project. Something excitement.
So have you done your homework for Saira?
Yeah, of course. See, before getting into a project, I do a homework. So been doing that for the past 4-5 months. To execute a thing, we need to do a lot of groundwork. No, it's not only me, the production designer, director, a costume designer, everybody we need to put our and this kind of film, especially Saira is like a robo for me. Meticulous planning, so much of hard work is there in the movie. So detailing is there. Every episode, it's not like you can go and shoot like that. It will not be a cakewalk. So much of detailing, so much of clarity in the scene, then only we can go for shooting. So that's coming out really well.
Production design is very important for Saira, and how do you think you will complement the production design by your cinematography?
Rajivan is the production designer for that movie, and we both are very close friends for the past 20 years. We worked in a lot of commercials. We share, okay, this color shall we go, what color we'll do, what size, all those things, you know. He's a talented and experienced guy, and we both discuss, director, all of us discuss and we take it forward.
And Saira is a larger than life movie, and definitely there are going to be many war sequences.
Yeah.
So this is the first time you are doing for this kind of film, or?
Yeah, first time a period war drama. It's first time. That's the thing. So, see, repeating it's boring. Something has to excite you. That's what I feel. Every movie has to excite you. Something different you need to do. This movie, as you told, it's on big, huge crowd, British warriors, war, massive. Now we completed a massive action sequence with Chiranjeev Garu. It's turned out really well with like say 40 foreign stunt people from different parts of the world. The stunt director was Lee Whitaker from Hollywood, and his team comprised from South African stunt people, horsemen from Croatia, and then some from LA. It's a big collection. We shot a massive action sequence. It's turned out to be very good and it's nice.
You have done for Kaidi number 150, and now you are doing for also Saira. So what difference you are finding in Chiranjeev Garu, and so when compared to his previous movies a decade back and now, how is his energy?
He's phenomenal. I can say his energy level is unbelievable. Kaidi, that was the first time we both got introduced and we worked, and he's a senior most and very one good thing about him is even now he is coming and doing something different, trying to do something different daily. That is the thing, the passion. If one day shooting is not there, he feels very sad. Whenever we start shooting, he's asking. So that's the passion towards work. I really loved, and then he's completely given a different transformation in this movie. Kaidi was totally a young present day film. This movie, he's to put this attire, the get-up, he immediately transforms into a warrior. That is, he's carrying it so well.
So how is it working with father and son? You said that he's a very unique artist, and he does every scene in a single take. So how is it working with his son Ram Charan?
I told Ram Charan is a one take artist. He is very spontaneous. What do you say, when you give a scene, he comes with certain energy, tuck delivers, because with that passion and with that intensity he comes and delivers. It's looking fantastic. Because I have worked with all the topmost actors in the country, like so when you see through a frame, you know some magic is happening. That I found in the second day of shooting with Ram Charan. He's awesome. See, probably he would have not got that kind of role or that kind of characterization. Now that he delivered. You need one good film to showcase a talent, and he is a son of megastar. So the blood is there. Probably he didn't get a correct film to show his talent. This movie is really rocked. Fantastic performance.
What is that one unique thing in Mahesh Babu?
Mahesh Babu is the coolest hero, I feel, most handsome hero in Telugu industry or South India. And his dialogue delivery performance style is totally different from other people. Very cool and very natural. is a what do you say, most adorable hero to work with. Very sweet on location.
And Allu Arjun?
Allu Arjun, I worked only one movie. Yeah. He's a live wire. He's unbelievable. His energy level is, even night 12 o'clock we might go down. He will jump and act. He's a very good performer, very good dancer, and a nice person too.
And Thalaivar Rajinikanth?
Thalaivar, what do you say? I love him, respect him, adore him. Superstar, I really like him very much.
No words.
No words, I can't take it because I've spoken more about him. I can't really express it. Yeah. And he's a man of, what do you say, he'll make you comfortable like he's a first film hero. When you walk into the set, you think Rajani sir, but then he'll make you like, I'm only one film old. Kind of thing he gives, so you will feel more comfortable with him. Very dedicated. You tell 7 o'clock, he's there 6:30. Same thing with Chiranjeevi sir. That old school discipline is there. Even this film, I got stunned by him because we were filming an action sequence. The call time was 6:45. We were supposed to crank the shot. So the call time is 6 o'clock. Lightmen and all, they just come, walk in at 6:15. They walk in, they bring the lights, unload, load, and get everything on the set. By the time it's ready, it's going to be 6:45. I'm saying 5:30. Chiranjeevi sir is there on the spot because he needs 1 hour makeup.
Oh.
He could have easily walked at 6:30 and then so we could have shot with something else and he would have come for 7:30. No, 5:30 is there with nobody the set, just one generator and Caron to do makeup. Correctly 6:40, 6:30 is coming to the shot. That is the dedication Chiranjeevi garu has got.
So we heard that from the script stage you were not there, you were not part of Saira, there was some other cinematographer, and then later something happened and you walked in. And what is the whole scenario? What happened exactly?
Initially after Kaidi, I was supposed to do the movie, Saira, but I got committed to Rangasthalam, Ram Charan's movie. What do you say, Rangasthalam was supposed to get over in July, August. Unfortunately, it got over in February or something because rains, delay, and all the something delays happened. So it was very clear I couldn't get into that because I wanted to do that movie. I really loved, but the project was supposed to kickstart earlier. Reason is Amitabh Sir's date and Nayanthara, a lot of combination artists and all those things. So they wanted to start. When Charan also asked me, I told no Charan, we have to finish this movie. One, we can't leave and go. Number two, I need at least 3 months of preparation for this. All my movies I do at least basic preparation. This movie I cannot jump in like shoot this movie next day. I can't just put a camera and light up and show. I need to see. Saira is a movie which happens in 1827. So during that period there is no electricity, only torches, torch in the sun, kakadalu, all those things, lamps. So your lighting source is very important. The building, whatever, no, like so much of effort has to go. And which is CG, which is live, all those things you need to plan and shoot, execute. Then other cinematographers roped in. Then what happened, some delay was happening and Rangasthalam was nearing completion. So Chiranjeevi garu and Ram Charan thought, okay, we'll wait another 2 months for Andy to come. They waited for me and then they started.
So what are your upcoming projects and how many movies you are showing us?
I do only one movie at a time.
Okay.
Suppose the movie they say 1 year, if it goes for 1.5 years, I'll do only one movie. So right now it's only Saira. So only after Saira is going to be complete, during completion only I sign another movie. Okay. That's how I function for the past 20 years. Only one movie at a time.
This kind of work, have you ever felt that no, I should do more, I should wrap it fast and have to do more films?
It depends on quality, not the quantity. So that's the reason I do only one movie at a time. Moreover, I am a person, I cannot do 2 films at a time. My brain is so small. Frankly speaking, after I deleted Rangasthalam only, my full concentration went into Saira. So it's that I can't do 2 films at a time. It's very difficult because you are completely, what do you say, while filming or when you go home, you get new ideas about the film, you try to do what, that entirely gets spoiled if you are having 2 movies at a time. So doing parallel, we can't do justice to movies. That's the reason I never do. Of course, you lose money and whatever projects, but anyway, it's part of the game. And after every success, you need to deliver quality. So people expect more from you. That's the conscious decision. I'm doing only one film at a time.
Yeah, and that is the quality you're producing, and that's the reason everybody is coming to you and taking interviews. I have to tell you, you are the first cinematographer I'm interviewing.
Thank you so much.
It was very nice talking to you, and you have given so many inputs. Thank you so much.
In fact, your questions were really good. That's the reason I answered well, I think so.
So finally, about your work to our India Glitz viewers, any message to our viewers?
Nothing big message, but we have put a lot of hard work into this movie, and India Glitz viewers as well as public, everybody appreciated whatever efforts we put. People have been appreciating. The raving reviews are really encouraging, or making us happy, or making us to grow. I feel really happy for the reviews. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for giving such wonderful visual treat through all your movies. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, name me Nikhilni.
Hi, name me Kalyani Priyadarshan.
Hi, this is Nitya Menon.
Hi, this is Adi Pinisetti. You're watching India Glitz YouTube channel.
For movie updates, interviews and reviews,
Subscribe to
IG Telugu.
IG Telugu.